Yo, what's up guys, it's Yeti here. Today we will be talking about Phantom. This is my favorite assault rifle in Valorant. As you guys may or may not know, recently AZK, which is an ex-professional player in Counter-Strike, made an insane play in the 100 Thieves tournament where he just took out multiple people with the Phantom. He displayed how good this weapon is, how good the rate of fire is, how good the recoil control can be if you're skilled using this weapon, and just in general showing that the one-shot headshot isn't really such a big disadvantage compared to the Vandal. So let's get right into it. Phantom costs $2,900 or gold, same as Vandal, so they're both equal price. And the stats of the weapon are following. It shoots 11 rounds a second. If you ADS, it shoots 9.9 rounds a second. And it also gives you a 1.25% or 1.25x zoom. It also gives you a slight spread reduction if you ADS. I'll explain when you should or should not ADS later. So for the damage, if you shoot the body and you're between 0 and 50 meters, you do 39 damage. If you headshot between 0 and 50 meters, it's 156. And then leg does 33. So that means that between 0 and 15 meters, you do actually one-shot headshots, same as the Vandal. All the damage values here between 0 and 15 are exact replicas of Vandal, right? So this weapon is in every single way, it's better than the Vandal between 0 and 15. However, when we move to 15 to 30 meters, we can see that the headshot damage falls between 150, which makes it no longer a one-shot headshot. Because if people buy the better armor, the tier 2 armor, they will be able to absorb at least 150 damage, right? So if they're max HP, you do not one-shot them in the head. That being said, though, this is a video to explain more why that is not such a big problem and why I think Phantom is the best gun in the game. It's actually my favorite weapon. As soon as the game came out, I was consistently using it. Then I swapped to Vandal for a little bit to test it out, you know, to just have a run of just trying out different stuff. And then I came back to Phantom and I love it now, okay? So, first of all, whenever you shoot someone in the head with any weapon, with any gun, pistol, assault rifle, they get some sort of aim kick. Their crosshair jumps up. This is really hard to explain in any other way if you haven't played CSGO before. In CSGO, you have to buy armor to prevent this. In this game, there's no way to prevent that. Tier 1, Tier 2, or no armor, it all does the same thing. If you get shot in the head, and if you don't die to the headshot, your aim will kick up a little bit. So with the Phantom, if you're aim dueling someone, and if you're faster than them and shoot them in the head once, you will throw their aim off, right? And in that split second when their aim is off, you can simply shoot them once in the body and they will die. Because at that point, you're going to be doing a total of 150 plus damage, which is a kill. All right, so now let's move on to the more fun part. Recoil and spray control. So as you may or may not know, you can see in the video here, the first 3 bullets are pretty much spot on, and the bullet 4 and 5 are a little bit higher, but they're still very, very controllable. This is going to be my primary way of using this weapon. 4 to 5 burst shots, right? Because first of all, these are very controllable, and they're also very predictable. Every gun has some sort of pattern which the recoil goes. You know, it's always kind of the same, but it's not exactly the same, right? You can't just become a recoil god and basically be able to spray anyone. It's not like, you know, in CSGO, there's still some spread, but I think it's a little bit higher in this game. So even if you know, use a weapon for 1,000 hours, there will be some sort of randomness in it. And that's not bad. Some people might complain, oh no, Fortnite bloom. No, it's not like Fortnite. The first couple of shots, I think even after the 5th shot, I think the actual spread starts being more noticeable after like the 12th or like 15th round. But yeah, that's basically made to kind of prevent you from always spraying. I mean, close range, you'll still spray because the spread close range doesn't really matter that much. But whenever you're firing long range, you really want to start bursting and just using those more consistent, more controllable shots. So yeah, bursting from 1 to 5 is going to be very good. Tapping with this gun isn't bad either. I mean, it's pinpoint accuracy pretty much. The recoil resets really, really fast, so you can tap pretty fast with it and still have phenomenal accuracy. You can do counter strafing, shift walking with this weapon. Perfect accuracy whenever you're tapping. That's also very, very good. But that pretty much works with the Vandal as well. In which case, you know, I think for one taps, the Vandal is better because it does more damage regardless of the range. This weapon is going to basically kill anyone with a burst, though. If you're going to be hitting all 5 shots, I've tested on the dummies, even long range, you are going to be killing people. If one of your bullets hits the head, it's already a guaranteed kill. As I previously mentioned, the kick and all the recoil stuff is just, you are going to be destroying people with this weapon. And now if we go back to the actual stats I mentioned earlier, and I said that this gun is actually really, really fast compared to the Vandal. I forgot to mention one thing, but I also said I'm going to return to ADSing. This is the last topic of the video. The ADS fire rate of this gun is a 9.9 rounds a second. And also gives you the modifier, the zoom modifier, and it also gives you a slight spread reduction. Whenever you ADS this gun, it is faster than the base Vandal. And the recoil is even smaller. So in my opinion, the ADSing in this gun is actually very, very, very useful once again, just because of the idea that it becomes super controllable and it's still faster than the Vandal, even when you're not ADSing that gun. So yeah, there you have it. My overview of my favorite gun in the game so far. Probably the best gun. I will be using this bad boy for a very, very long time. I can see that. If they don't nerf it or buff the other one, this is going to be my go-to gun for a while. But I know there are some Vandal players out there. No hate towards you guys. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, press that like button. If you want to see more Valorant content, press that sub button. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, homies.
Break my heart, set it all on fire. I can't be safe, so I get higher. And take my soul, throw it in the fire. I can't be safe, so I get higher. One shot, then 10 top, pass out. Never seeing me again when I